Yo, everybody, welcome back to another episode. I am your host, AD, the RPA guy, and today we have a newcomer to RPA University who's only been in the program definitely less than 30 days, and is moving fast, making a lot of progress. And this is a guy who has the right mentality. From day one, he came in and is just very much like, I'm here to get it. I'm not here to, make friends. Not saying he's not a friendly person, but like love this guy's mentality. And I kind of just wanted to interview him quickly because he's at the point where he's out of or about to be out of the first step, which is mastering the skill set of RPA at a very high level. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a graduate as of yet, although that date is coming, I'm sure. But he's finished the first part, and I kind of just wanted to get a sense of his mindset, how he's thinking, how he's feeling thus far in the course. So, Troy, what's going on with you, bro? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a great day. Can't
I
complain.
love it. I love it. I love it. So let's start from the top, man. What was it like for you before joining RPA University, and like what were you doing, and why did you feel like you needed to change?
So I tried a couple of other boot camps before, tech boot camps. I tried the IT auditing. That didn't work out. And then I got on Tech is the New Black, started the coding journey. And I realized that coding journey wasn't really for me. You know, um, that was a lot of work. Now, I'm not saying that I didn't want to put in the work.
Yeah.
I just think that was just a lot of stuff to remember. You had to be so detail oriented to the T. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not for me. And then after listening to the interview with you and Cyrus, I definitely was like, yeah, this is something I can do. I can apply myself a little bit more harder. It's not so I got to look with a magnifying glass to see what's wrong with my code. It's right there in front of me. So that's
Hmm.
been my journey. Right now, I'm a head track and field coach. So that's what I've been doing as my day job, as right now.
Okay. So when you said you jumped into the coding journey, like what you don't have to say the name of, the program or the boot camp, but I'm curious to know what all were they trying to teach you or expecting you to learn?
So with the IT auditing, that was just like I'm listening to somebody to talk for 6 hours straight. There wasn't really no
Mm,
hands-on material. So I think
mm,
that's where I got lost at. And then
mm.
when I went over to Tech as the new Black, they were definitely more organized than the last journey. Hands-on, and I like that somebody's talking to me, but I just felt like that type of coding was just not for me. You know,
Hmm. So wait, so is RPA University like your third program?
yeah, it's my third program.
Got it.
Breaking
Okay,
into
so the
Tech has
first
been
one
one of
was
those.
IT auditing. The
Mm-hmm.
second one was Tech as a New Black, which was coding, and then there's the RPA University.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Okay. All right, cool. So then what was your first reaction when you first heard about RPA University? Were you immediately sold? Did you feel like you had like some reservations?
Or listening to your interview, drag and drop. that that it's self-explanatory. Like it
Hmm.
instead of really just typing in the code brick by brick, as you said, this is a 3D printer. It's quicker. It's easy to memorize. It's easy to navigate through, especially going through the program. It's been so much more easier remembering, seeing what's going on, and I can memorize it. It's hands on. I'm able
Hmm.
to like to get the hang of everything. Just play with stuff. Okay, this is what this is for. Okay, I don't even need to learn about that. I'm not even going to touch that. Like that's not what we're learning right now. I can just move on and do what I got to do.
I love it. I love it, bro. Absolutely. So it is as simple as I made it sound, is what you're saying, as far as dragging and
Absolutely.
dropping and not needing to know all the gritty details.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I love it. So then you decided to take the plunge and enroll, right? What pushed you over the edge? Was there a specific moment that made you go, yeah, this is it?
I've always wanted to break into tech.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since 2021, that's when I was more alert of the tech industry
Mm-hmm.
and seeing how the world was changing during that COVID, back half of COVID 2021 time. It's like, okay, tech is really going to boom. I need to get into this industry one way or another because this is the
Mm-hmm.
way the world is going. I need to get ahead of the curve before I get left behind. So
Mm.
I really just wanted to get into it. I know the money's there, the free time is there. It's just putting in the work, getting in the industry, finding what's right for me to get into the industry.
Got it. Got it. I hear people say that a lot, man, that left behind thing. And I get it, but I don't get it because I've been in tech now for over a decade, like since 2012. And so when people are like left behind, my thought is like, bro, there's so many jobs and they're never going away. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna be in it eventually, It just
Mm-hmm.
depends on what level of it are you going to be at. You know what I'm saying? Um, so then, how would you describe your tech skills before starting the program? And did you have any experience with automation or RPA at all, or was it all new to you?
Oh, I'll probably say, other than doing the coding boot camp at Tech is New Black, I had
Hmm.
none, like none. So
Hmm.
that made the process a little bit more easier. That when I came over, I wasn't so far behind. I understood what I was being told or what I'm seeing,
Hmm.
and yeah, it just made it a little bit more easier. But as of, if you want me to be complete, I zero, like didn't go to
Zero
school.
experience.
Yeah, zero experience.
Okay, so here's the other part. So you've done a few different boot camps at this point. I tell people RPA is the simplest tech skill that there is, and what I really mean by that is the simplest skill that I've ever laid my eyes on. Right? Would you, based on what you've seen thus far, going from boot camp to boot camp and really, working to get your way in, would you agree with that statement?
Oh, absolutely. The roadmap is super simple. It's I don't got to go through bunch of loops and bounds. It's straightforward. Put in the work, do what you got to do, make sure your code is right, and you're good.
I like it. I love it, bro. So now that you're through your first major milestone in the program, what's one thing that you've learned that really shocked you or surprised you?
As you said, how easy it is. Like it's not complex. The more I do it, it's like, okay, maybe I'm probably getting in my way in a couple of my projects, but you just ask for help. The resources are there. You know, I'm not forced to do everything by myself because that was one of the issues with one of my first boot camps. It was
Mm,
once they sent you off, once you technically graduated from the schooling part, you was on your own. So it kind of felt a little bit weird, but um, you know, you've been there, Michael's been there. There's just been a whole lot of resources there to use at the click of a button. I don't have to go on too many apps, to find people. I don't got to go through WhatsApp to find people. It's just right there in my face, and it's up to me to use it. And I have
I
been.
like it. I like it. So I'm hearing you say in the past, in other programs, there's a lot of different, there may have been resources, but you have to do a lot of clicking around to find them.
Yeah,
Or there may not have been a whole lot of resources and you had to kind of like figure things out yourself. And you're saying within RPA University, the resources are there, they're simple, they're straightforward, we're helpful. And it's just up to the individual to do the work.
yeah, absolutely.
Love it. Perfect. So then what's been your favorite part of the program so far? Whether it's a specific lesson, a hands-on project, or aha moment, what's made you like the most excited since joining RPA University?
The most excited is really the progress that I'm seeing. It's not just one specific project. I feel like the progress that I'm seeing, okay, I'm doing the work. I'm catching on to what I need to catch on to, and I'm applying the skills that I'm learning right away, seeing that my work is correct right away. I'm not getting stuck because, the directions are pretty straightforward. The videos are really straightforward. It makes life a lot more easier. So as I'm seeing progress, I'm gaining confidence. And one thing I tell my kids is, momentum is dangerous. If you have momentum, you got confidence. You're a dangerous person. You can do anything. So I got the confidence, I have the momentum, and I'm not stopping.
I like it. I like it. But you sound like a professional athlete. Like you sound like a this is a post game interview. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I love it. So then was there ever a moment in the program where you felt like stuck or overwhelmed and like how did you overcome it?
Oh, definitely. You're gonna get stuck. I feel like, as I said, the resources. Am I reaching out to people that's gonna help me, or am I watching the videos back again? Did I miss a part? I found like watching the videos over, I realized that 1 second that I probably got distracted. Somebody texted me, somebody called me.
Mm-hmm.
I missed one simple step that threw the whole code off. Watch the video back. That's what I missed. Now I'm like, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
got it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
paying attention, being detail oriented, not to a T, just understanding that, you know, you're not watching 10-minute videos of just want, 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 want. No, everything is detail oriented. You have to pay attention to understand how to move on with the code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I appreciate you saying that, bro. I spent over 200 hours making those videos. Like it was painstaking, but I'm glad to hear you say that everything is straightforward. You're understanding. I like to keep things as simple as possible, bro. I tell people, even the same thing I said in the Texas New Black interview, bro. Like I'm not trying to be the smartest person in the room. Like I'm not trying to
Mm-hmm.
dazzle you with my intelligence. Like we just want to get it done, period. So congrats to you on that, man. Um,
Thank you.
has the program changed the way that you view your like career potential? And how do you feel about your future in tech as compared to like before you got started with RPA University?
So I'm gonna answer that in two parts. One, going back to my earlier tech journeys, once you finish the course, they let you off by yourself, to go do the interview process. I
Mm,
already see I'm not going to be by myself on the interview process. I feel like I'm going to be properly coached to excel, get the interview. And I said this not earlier, but when I was interviewing to be in the RPA University, the interview is just, it's not the end goal. I want to sign the offer letter. That's
mm-hmm.
the end goal. I
Yep.
want to sign the offer letter. Everybody can get interviewed. You can apply. You can apply. Somebody's gonna like your interview. Somebody's gonna like your resume. You're gonna get an interview. But signing that offer letter is the end goal. Once I put ink to paper on that, all right, I'm in the tech industry now. Not when I'm just applying for jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and being a hopeless romantic. Hopefully, somebody's gonna like me. No, I want to be able to say I'm a great candidate. I'm going to be good at your company, and boom, let's sign this paper. Simple as that.
I love it. I love it.
And then now when when I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
I already just looking ahead of what's coming next after I finish my project. I know I'm going to get step by step help. Might not be hand to hand, but it's going to be pure guidance. You just have to be a
Yeah.
heat-seeking missile. You're going to guide me to the right direction, but it's up to me to do the work. If the missile don't want to fire, then it's not going to fire. You're going to miss every
Exactly.
time.
Exactly. Hey man, you got me thinking I need to work with more coaches because you get it. Like you already understand that like it doesn't matter how, great the path is laid out in front of you. If you're not willing to walk it, then it doesn't matter, right? Um
Exactly.
and yeah, bro. So you're so wise in the fact that like you're thinking about the outcome before you ever start. You're saying signing an offer letter. Most people are like, oh, bro, I need to learn a tech skill. I need to get a certification. I need to go on a bunch of, and I'm like, bro, like all of that is well and dandy, but let's keep the main thing, the main thing. The main thing is signing an offer letter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, so much of my marketing and even my advertising is telling people, like, hey, bro, forget certifications. It's about getting the job, it's about signing the offer letter. So, like, the fact that you are already thinking about that, like, you already know exactly what your end goal is. Um, I was listening to this uh podcast clip with a lady who was a witch, believe it or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that people will um we're too vague in our goals, right? So she's like, if a woman says, "Hey, I want to get pregnant," she's like, "No, you don't," because if you get pregnant then you lose the baby. Like that's not what you wanted. You want to get pregnant
Mm-hmm.
and then have a full 9 month term and deliver a healthy baby. You see what I'm saying? That's
Yep.
the level of specification that I'm hearing Troy speak with, bro. So I'm excited for you. Super excited. Um, so what's the most rewarding part about what you've accomplished so far? And are there any milestones that you feel like particularly proud of?
I'm proud of the progress I'm making. When we had that first talk with my momentum map, really going in a little bit more detail. As again, I look at that every week. I know what my end goal is. I look at my my New Year goals. not really. I didn't make it in January. My belief is new life starts in spring. So my birthday month is this month, and I've always felt
Mm.
like my greatest accomplishments came during spring. My birthday month, I made good progress. I moved into my first apartment, bought my first car in April. So it's just,
Yeah.
I know good things are going to happen this month. I just got to keep, if you want me to belt the ass, gas on the pedal, like pedal to the metal, like this is where
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
separate myself from a lot of people. And I just got to keep doing the work, asking for help to reach my end goal.
Love it, bro. Love it, man. Um, so what's next for you? And how do you see yourself applying these RPA skills in like real world situations?
What's next? Signing the offer letter,
Yeah.
knowing what my role is at that company, making the money I want to make, getting the free time I want, that's what's next, and then building from that. That's not the end goal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just a goal I need to meet, and it's just a stepping stone. Continue
Yeah.
climbing my ladder, not the corporate ladder, climbing my ladder where I'm happy at the end of the day. I don't want to I'm not making shareholders happy. Like me working for them is probably going to be
Hmm.
good enough. I'm not there to make them happy.
Hmm.
It's my life, and I'm in control of it. So if I'm not happy at that company, I'll leave. But okay, I know I have the skills to go to another company that might see more value in me, make more money.
Yeah.
Seeing how you're one of the influencers in my life right now, making $250,000, $500,000. Oh, it's attainable. I'm talking to somebody that has already attained that. So why not me?
Hmm. Hmm.
So
I
that's
love
it
it. I
right
love
there.
it, bro. Yeah, bro. You finna do it, bro. So finally, what's your like personal commitment moving forward? Because you finished RPA Tech Skills Part 1. You've got Part 2 coming. What's Troy's commitment to himself the date to have the 3-star, the 4-star bot done so you can be done with Part 2?
In a perfect world, I'll probably have it done by the end of the week. Make a couple calls, do what I got to do, jump on a couple calls. I want it done by the end of the week. I should be making progress. That's in a perfect world.
Yeah.
If not, as going at my pace, but still understanding that there's some urgency behind it. That's one thing I talk to about my kids that I coach, understanding that you have to have urgency. You don't want to be put under so much fire that you don't know what you're doing, but you have to have urgency. Don't walk into a room lollygagging, thinking, "Oh, the world is revolving around me." It's not, because once you're done with sports, the world's not revolving around you. Have urgency, and I learned that a little bit earlier than a lot of people, but I'm not going too slow where, I'm losing momentum, but I'm still going at my steady pace. So as I said, really being done with the selector bot, the 3-star bot by the end of the week. That's my goal.
I like it. I like it. Well, you guys heard it here first. This is our first check-in with Troy. There will be many more. Can't wait to do the one where you actually sign the offer letter, bro. It's gonna be crazy. That's
Yes,
gonna be crazy.
sir.
You got to find a way. Do you already know how you're gonna plan on celebrating when you get it done,
Whew, not yet. I haven't thought about it
bro?
yet, but
Plan the celebration. Plan the celebration in advance and like imagine it in your head, bro. That's one of my secrets to success. Plan the celebration. If you know you're gonna spend a dollar amount, if you know you're gonna take a trip somewhere, if you whatever, and it doesn't even need to be the same day that you signed it. It might be 90 days later.
oh
Plan the
yeah,
celebration, bro. Like
definitely going to be a trip
people
if that's
don't
the case.
celebrate enough, bro. They don't celebrate enough. You need more wins. You need more celebrations. Imagine winning the championship game and just being like, all right, I'm just gonna go home, go to sleep. I'm not popping no champagne. I'm not honoring all of the work that it took to get here. I'm gonna just, act like it's another day. Nah, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, bro. There's gonna be a swelling of emotions and all that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely plan the celebration, bro. I'm telling you, it's fun. It's fun. So that's it, guys. This has been another episode. Till next time, this is AD the RPA guy signing off.
appreciate you. Thank you.